Hello, everybody. It is your favorite Dungeon Daddy, Fat Jolly Guy, and we are back for episode 2 of Exiles of Duskholm. I hope everybody is happy to be here. I know I am. I am joined by my full party today. I have Frank the Tank.
Hello.
I've got Judge Bob. And I've got none other than Static Sevenfold, aka
Ew.
the Tim.
That's right.
Where we left off last time with our episode 1, you all had stood trial in a court of Duskholm for crimes you may or may not have committed. And you were branded as criminals in the court of Duskholm with a branding iron across your right eye. And you were sentenced to exile into the Badlands. You were loaded onto a wagon and you began the long and tedious journey. Somewhere along the path, a gorge narrowed, and your wagon train was assaulted by skeletal forces. You were able to dismount from the wagon in a somewhat ungraceful manner and secured a key, unlocking yourselves from your shackles. And you were able to fight your way through the skeleton horde and the ambush that was set up for you high on the cliff walls. Before you came to a ramshackled shack where you faced off against a skeletal warhorse and the general riding atop of it. As nighttime settled in the canyon, you took refuge into the shack, and investigating the area inside, you found a magical talking skull. And you interrogated it, and he told you his name was Bones. Told you could stay in the shack, take whatever supplies you need, but that it would be best for you all to move on in the morning. You offered to take Bones along with you in your journey. And Bones thought about it for a moment and said, you know what? It's been a moment since I got out of this canyon and away from the skeletal forces that worship me as a god. It might be fun to go on another adventure and see the world again. So why not? So young Silas took Bones and has him in his possession, tied up around his waist, hanging off of his backside. And as the three of you took a long rest in the cool canyon floor in Bones' ramshackled shack, with the fireplace a gentle glow and the sounds of skeletal forces outside moving about in the canyon. Sildan taking first watch. Nothing happened during that first night, and you were all able to get the rest that you needed to regain your strength for the day ahead. And that is where we will pick up in today's episode. With dawn rising.
Real quick before we get started, you two don't forget to roll your D20 practice rolls.
I was waiting for Dungeon Daddy to tell me to do it.
I don't tell you to do it. You either do it or you don't get it.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I went ahead and rolled mine. I know how it works.
So nobody getting the treasure D20 for this session. And I get no pocket ones. Bummer.
Well, thank God for that. Well, Bones,
Yeah.
where's our next stop?
Well, it should be a ways away. I don't know what we got here in the ways of supplies. You all don't look much like you came here willingly.
I mean, being mocked or traded, do you think we did that willingly?
Well, no, probably not. Well, hopefully you're all more stout than you think you are, so hopefully we can get across the dread deserts.
I think we shall do fine. We got a cart effort after all.
Oh, those sands are going to be far too loose for any kind of cart you're pulling.
I'm not pulling the cart.
He does this weird things with shadows. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm just telling you, the Dread Desert's got rarely loose sands, so unless your cart's got wheels the size of old oak trees that can keep it up on top, I don't think you're gonna be pulling a cart.
Well, at least I could ride the horse that I can summon.
You got one for everybody?
Ha! Ha ha ha!
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So basically, you're just going to leave us then?
No, I shall ride my horse, save my strength for battle, and if you want to ride it, I'll let you ride it. We'll take turns resting. It sure sounds like a grueling journey. I'm not no pompous that thinks I could only have it for myself.
Well, that's very appreciative. So Bones, what about water in the desert?
Yeah, there ain't nothing between here and there. And hopefully that place is even still in business. It's been a long time since I've been out of my shack. Been out of this canyon. Hopefully, oh God, what's his name? The Czar or something like that is still in business out there.
So you mean we're to trek across the desert and you don't even know if...
Yeah.
You don't even know if we can get supplies on the other side?
Well, listen, kid, it's been a long time since I've been out of here. I mean, I'm running on old information, if you know what I mean.
Information is information, I suppose.
At least there'll be an old civilization there.
Well, yeah, there should be something behind.
Well,
No time like the future.
I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Off on our great adventure. Horse! And like I said, it's just for our, that horse is literally just RP at this point. I'm not using it as a fight thing. It's just horse. A free horse for me. Because I'm cheap.
As you summon your shadow steed, it comes out of your ether, and you mount up upon it. Yeah, well, maybe I should have stayed that bone horse for you, bud.
I can
Well-
only do it with the living. Oh, were you talking about giving a ride for somebody? Yeah, that would have been quite convenient.
Yeah. I would have been a shite horse anyway. Too many legs. With that, as you begin to take off through the remainder of the cavern, or not the cavern, the canyon, into the desert, you make your way through the sands. Long and drawn out process.
Raven, set up the table. Let's go.
And I'm trying to get the map to load, so give me a second. It is at 56%. It's taking a long time.
It's taking a long time. Well then. Since it's taking a long time for your map to load, so we'll just ask some questions, maybe get a story.
Yeah, go right ahead. You got anything right now that I can help you with? Questions to address?
Yeah, sure. So, Bones, what caused you to be this way?
To be what way?
Well, I mean, a skeleton that keeps coming back.
Well, that's a good question, and I don't have a good answer for it. I have been this way as long as I can remember.
You don't have any memories of childhood or anything like that? It's just always been a skeleton?
Well, all I remember is that I remember a giant of iron and a lot of fire. And then I remember being yucked out of that fireplace and into that piano. And I remember a bunch of them boneheads picking me out of there for the first time. And I sat around for a long time. And man, they worshipped me as some sort of god or something, and I could talk to them, and they did what I wanted them to, and they built me a body, and I used to walk around and led a skeleton army for a while. That was some fun times. And then some of you adventuring types, I guess, didn't like that too much, and they came after us and killed my skeleton army, and they killed me, and then I remember getting yucked out of that fireplace again, and right back into the piano I went.
So every time someone kills you, you just get shot out of a fireplace?
Yeah, more or less.
Oh, that's got to be infuriating.
Yeah, basically. That did not work, okay?
I don't own a token for the scene!
That's because the map is not loading. There it goes.
Hey.
All right, let's try this again. Players. Token for the scene. Token for the scene. Token for the scene. Turn these all invisible. Lighting. Done. Player. Close. I don't want that. Why is it not working? Quit moving. Stop it. I'm gonna pause the game. Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, there we go. Okay. Make you guys invisible. Oh, hey, Magic, what's up? You found me through Twit. Oh, that's funny. That's funny shit right there. Gridless. I'm trying to do this all on the fly, and it's not working. That's tile control. Place tile browser. This it?
Oh gosh.
Wait, choose file. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm after. Player. Place tile. Oh yeah, I gotta. And then I gotta find the fucker again. There he is. Select file. Create tile. Why? Why? I don't understand why it's broken.
And there's no one more, and the walls are melting too.
All right. Screw it. All right. Welcome to the overmap, guys. We're just going to do it this way. Because I can't make the token work that I wanted it to work. So,
no.
This is the overmap.
Yes.
So this over here is Duskholm. Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
And you traveled by wagon through here. And right about here is where you got shanghaied. Okie day?
Yep.
So you had to go through a canyon right here on the edge of the Gray Mountains. Now that you've gotten through the canyon, you have all of this badland to go across to this area right here, where Bones believes is some sort of guild hall that he remembers from back in the day. All right?
Yep. Makes sense.
So, with that being said, you are traveling across that expanse of desert. The sands are loose, they're hard to traverse. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you with the DC of 15.
I need to know how to pull up.
Of course, Ignan would pass. He's riding a horse.
I don't know how to pull up my player sheet from here.
Actors.
Oh, here.
Players.
Let me
got
turn.
it.
Let me turn your tokens back on. Just don't move them around. Because
And I need a what?
DC 15 Constitution save.
Oh, I failed.
Oh yeah,
Horribly.
that's beautiful. All right, so as you're walking across the desert, it's hot. We're talking sun is just beating down on you guys. And Ignan is fine. He's on his horse. He's fine. He's hot, but he's fine. Silden, you're a little more stout. You're a monster hunter, but you're feeling it. You're feeling the heat. This is hard. And Silas, you're just a child. This is probably some of the most unbearable stuff that you've had to deal with. And that's how I want you all to play this out right now. I would say that you are probably in this area right now.
Are you sure you fellas are going to be alright and make this journey across this sand?
No, I'll be fine. I've dealt with worse.
What about you, Silas? Are you wanting to ride the horse? Maybe it'll be a little bit easier on.
I don't know.
He
It
wants
might be.
he wants to ride a horse. His ass is sweating so bad I could taste it.
I mean, I'll ride it for a little bit, I guess. Next time I'll make sure I sink hip dip into this instead of just knee. You can taste the sand.
As the day progresses and you're getting farther and farther, we're now about noon o'clock. The sun is the highest in the sky, and you're making very little headway at this point. You've reached about the halfway point, and I need another Constitution save from you. Bob?
Constitution saving throw, Bob. Come on.
Bob's not here, man.
Bob's not here, man. I'm gonna roll for him.
here, man.
Bob, I'm gonna roll for you, man.
No, you're not. No, you're not, man. No, you're not.
The DM will take it upon himself to roll for
Yes,
you.
I
He
know
don't
he
care.
will. What's the DC?
It was 15.
Me and you failed.
Silden.
I'm going to use a D8.
Gonna use a D8. Bob's gonna run that D8. Okay.
At least it's closer.
It is
But you
closer.
still failed.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Silden, you dug deep. Your monster hunting training, tracking long distances, extreme heat. You're used to digging into this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's kind of accumulated.
somehow you kind of like you're in that like zen moment, you know, where like this is just you're embracing the suck of it, you know, like it is beating down on you and you're visibly weak, but you're just trudging on, you know, not complaining, not a problem, just one foot in front of the other.
You know it.
Ignan,
Harder to journey.
in your time since you got off the horse, it has been rough. You're walking, you're already tired. Your feet hurt from walking in the sand. This sucks. You're not equipped for this kind of motion, you know? These sands are brutal. You see what Bones was talking about, how the sand is so loose that you're sinking to almost your knee deep. Even Silas, who is now riding your shadow steed, is still visibly weakening underneath the heat of the day.
Keep on, lads. We'll be get there before too much longer.
Silas, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
You got it, boss.
Silas, in the distance, not far from your trio, you see a tree, a palm tree, and a spring and water, and you begin to hear laughter not too far away from you.
I think you go, just... Yeah. Do you all hear that?
Hear what? It's been silent
Do
all
you
day.
see that tree? There's water. Oh, it would be so relaxing right now.
Silas, I don't say nothing.
You... Oh, maybe it's
We got-
because I'm up high on this horse, and you're a little bit beneath me. But there's a tree and water in the distance, and I hear people.
Is it in the way that we have to go?
I don't know what way we're supposed to be going. Bones is supposed to be guiding this, and he's been awfully quiet.
Well, I think we're still heading the right direction, but I'm up here with you, and I don't see any tree or water up here, bud.
What? Of course you don't. You're looking behind us.
Well,
You have to see in front.
Well, point me in the direction or something.
I'm gonna remove Bones off of my waistband and hold him up in front of me. Do you see it?
I don't,
It's just there in the distance. I promise you.
Kid, there's nothing. It's just sand as far as the eye can see, man. At this point,
I mean, maybe your eyes haven't adjusted since you're just a skeleton.
maybe the heat has gotten to your head.
Such nonsense.
At this point, Silas, you've had enough. You've been hot since the moment you've entered this desert. You see this water, you see this tree, the laughter, you hear the voices beckoning to you, and you drop bones into the desert. And you begin to ride the steed towards the sound of this laughter.
I de-summon the steed as he starts to try to take off. Silas, stop, my friend. There's nothing out there. Don't let the madness of the heat get you. Sildon, grab him. I'll pick up Bones.
Come on, Silas. Let's try to keep going. It's rough out here, but I should give you a ride on my back for a while till we can get to the town.
Give him a persuasion check.
Wow.
Okay.
I have to roll a 1 to beat it?
Silas, at this point, you are furious. You are absolutely sure that these people are trying to keep you from getting to this water, from getting to this refreshment.
I just don't understand why you guys won't let me go to the water. I swear, just like this mark on my face, this has got to be some kind of abuse.
Do we see anything? Or is he just...
Roll me a perception. Ignan, as you are just staring out into the endless abyss of this desert, just scanning the horizon for anything, you see just what it looks like is just the heat waves across the desert in every single direction. There is no greenery to be seen, just the endless dunes of sand.
And there's no landmarks or anything.
Nothing.
At this point, we're just wandering.
This is just sand in every direction. The only thing that is visible is the gray mountains behind you. That is the only visible landmark that you can see.
That's the only reference point we have for how we're traveling and where we're going.
Is the only thing that you can do is keep the gray mountains behind you.
Silas, my friend, I don't see anything out there. And if you go running off and in the wrong direction, we might just actually die out here. I promise you, there's no water out there.
Let me guess, you don't believe me because I'm a child.
No, I don't believe you because I don't see it with my own eyes. You're the only one here that sees that. It's probably just a mirage from the heat. Trust me, if there was water and I could see it, I would be going with you towards it.
Ignan,
Because I want it too.
give a persuasion check.
And Jesus.
A lot better than what Sildon had.
Yeah.
Your DC is 8 on your insight, Tim.
DC is 8?
Yep.
Okay, so what do I need to, like...
Insight.
I'm going to use a D4.
Okay.
Ah! Suck it.
You beat me by 1, Bob.
That was the plan.
Bob, with your inspiration, with an 11, Silas, his words ring true to you. And as you begin to look back out into the desert, you see nothing again. You look back to where the tree in the water was, and it's gone. Replaced only by the endless waves of heat and sand.
See, Silas, do you see it? It's nothing.
Maybe you're right. But I swear it was there.
I understand. It's been grueling, but we got to just keep going. I already summoned the horse, so you can get back on it. That way you don't have to deal with the sands at least. I know it doesn't help with the heat, but it helps with the feet.
As you resummon the horse, and the group carries on now. It is slow. And after what seems like another few hours of trudging on, I need another DC. I need another Constitution check. This time, DC
Jesus.
18.
One. I'm going to use a D10.
I'm going to use the D8.
Okay.
Their turducken.
And I guess I'll use a D6.
So,
Oh, that still left me 2 off.
Ignan passes. Silden fails. And Silas fails. Silden, since you have been in pretty much leading the pack, at this point you just kind of fall to your knees as you've been trudging all day through the sand. Ignan, you're kind of between the two of them, and you move up to Silden.
Is everything okay?
Just the heat, the lack of food, and the lack of water.
Well, hopefully we could get to somewhere soon. Or we will not make it.
Silas, in the distance, you see a hooded figure on a horse riding towards you.
Is it another mirage?
You
It's
see.
what's another barrage. Was that out loud?
Was that to the DM or was that out loud to the players?
Out loud to the players.
I don't know. Where? And then we'll start looking around.
I just kind of hold my hand out unsteady and shaking from the heat and lack of water. There's a man on a horse. Right there.
Do I see anything?
Ignan, give me a
Mr.
perception.
Yay!
Ignan, as you stand back up and you begin to look in the direction that Silas is pointing, you too see the hooded figure on a horse.
So was a mirage.
I don't know. Did you roll a perception check?
Silden, from your angle, you see the hooded figure on a horse as well. But you, in your training, know that you're suffering from heat exhaustion and all of this, and you know that Silas has already seen a mirage, and so you're already thinking that this also must be a mirage. And when you hear Ignan say that he sees it as well, you begin to second guess yourself, and maybe the whole party, is everybody seeing things now? And
Oh, great. We're all suffering from hallucinations.
Wouldn't it all be something different then?
There's been many different types of hallucinations. Group ones are quite common depending on what effects are being caused by.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Keep going. I'm sorry. I like lost connect voice.
the rider on the horse stops. The horse turns and makes a beeline towards the three of you.
Ready yourself. I'll summon the Shadow Guard.
Very well then. Maybe perhaps not.
Silas,
Anyway,
give me a Constitution check, DC 20.
A con check?
If there's a tornado that comes in here, you go in the bathroom.
DC 20. Ooh.
Silas, you basically in this moment when they start riding towards you and you hear Ignan say, ready yourself, you just kind of just slide off the horse and plow right into the sand. And you fall unconscious at this point from the heat.
At least he's on the horse.
he's in the sand.
Protect him.
I fell off the horse. I'm
Oh.
in the sand.
Oh, off the horse.
Yep. Slid off the
Oh,
horse
geez.
into the sand.
Face down or face up?
Face down. Just, she slid off the horse face down into the sand.
I'm at least going to try to roll him over.
Frank, I need Silden to give me a Constitution check, DC 20. Silden, mustering his last bit of strength, picks himself up out of the sand and is able to draw blade. But you are extremely weak. And your vision is blurry.
Steven, come on.
Ignan,
I'm guessing I'm next.
as you make your way over to Silas and you begin to roll him over in the sand, The rider is almost on top of the two of you at this point. I need you to give me a constitution check, DC 20. Ignan, as you roll Silas over and you kind of collapse on top of him, your blade drawn, the last thing you remember as you look up into the sun before you pass out is the face of a woman looking down at you. And then you black out.
Would my soldier still be able to be up? Because they act on their own.
I'm sure he would.
Okay. Just a case. For extra protection.
This way and get her passive. Yes.
Ignan and Silas, you wake up and you find yourselves in fresh hay with a almost cool breeze washing over you.
Where are we at?
Somewhere cool.
Anything
Maybe with
but the
water?
Damn desert.
Honestly, it could be the afterlife for all I care. This has been grueling. Casted out, fighting skeletons, that damn desert. I'll take this.
Silden is the only one of the party that was able to sustain his constitution during this altercation. You would have been privy to the knowledge that the person on the horse was a ranger. And she is Thalia. She is one of the rangers who find themselves in the Badland. And she swore an oath to rid the Badlands of monsters and other ill in the area. And she's in the Badlands of her own fruition. And so she was on a patrol and happened to cross the three of you and basically was trying to figure out who you are. She also knows that the Badland is where exiles go. So, finding you three in the desert, she basically led you three and took the other two unconscious of your party to the guild. And that is where you would find yourself. So you would be privileged to that information that you could pass on to your party. As far as the rest of this place, you haven't really investigated it a whole lot. as you yourself have kind of been recovering your strength here in the stable house as well.
You two finally awake then.
So then, you followed us to the afterlife then.
Get
This is no
real.
afterlife.
I could think of plenty of more things I'd rather have in the afterlife than you two. No offense.
I couldn't agree more. That's why it's a bloody joke.
Worry not, we have made it to our destination. Apparently the skull was speaking truth about this place.
Speaking of, where in the hell is Bones?
Last time I saw him, Ignan had grabbed him after he fell.
Well, out with it then. Where's my damn skeleton head?
I remember picking him up, I think.
You think?
It's all such a blur. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I see your party members are awake now.
Yes, I appreciate you letting us rest in here in the cool.
Oh, it's no big deal. Well, the guild master, I guess, or whatever they want to call him, Balthazar. He says you guys can come inside whenever you're ready. He said he wants to see you 2 or 3, find out what you plan to do out here. See if he can help you, or if you should you're gonna be a menace, kind of thing. Don't be a menace, I'll tell you that much, because Balthazar don't like menaces out here. So that's just a little friendly word of advice.
I appreciate it.
At least don't tell him you're gonna be a menace, so that
I don't think we plan on being a menace. The only menace we have right now is the fact that this guy lost my damn head.
Oh, you talking about that talking skeleton?
Yes.
Oh no, Balthazar, he's got it inside. He said that was some cool shit, and then he wanted to talk to it for a little bit.
So, Balthazar?
Yeah. He's like a whiz-waz or something like that. He's kind of like the leader here.
You done it now. Sorry.
Well,
I
guess if this is going to be a
whiz-waz?
a town that we can, be able to be alive, I guess we might as well go meet the one in charge.
Oh, I don't know much about it being a town, but we get a lot of people coming and going from here. It's really the only place out here in the Badlands where you can get anything.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we survived to make it here.
Yeah. They
Just
kind of set
barely.
up this kind of like unofficial like guild hall thing, kind of organized all the exiles once upon a time, and we kind of run jobs and whatnot and pay people and like, kind of watch out for one another, and like, I mean, it's not easy work, but it's something,
An easy job is very rarely worth it.
Well, I was a horse thief in another life, and then I get to work at stables here in the Badlands. I mean, that seems like pretty legit, occupational transfer, if you know what I mean. Like,
This guy's a horse thief too. I'm gonna point to Ignan.
That horse was dead. It was fair game.
Oh, you steal dead horses?
He's weird.
No.
He's weird.
It's a long story to explain.
Well, we ain't got no dead horses here, so I guess we could be, cordial or whatnot. But if I ever have dead horse around here, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I have to know as soon as it dies.
Oh. Well, that seems a little weird, but, you're gonna have to fight Duncan for a fresh one.
I don't need its body. I just need it to be there for 5 seconds when it's dead, and that's all I need, and I will walk away.
Oh. Well, shoot, if it don't take you that long, you don't maim it or nothing, do any nasty stuff to it.
I do not. Nope.
Who's this Duncan you speak of?
Oh, he's the cook.
I figured.
Oh.
Oh, were you going to try to say I do weird things to the bodies?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
If I remember right, you're the one being charged with lewdness.
I mean, yeah.
And if I remember right, the guy said that you sodomized a sheep.
I mean, that's a lie.
Allegedly.
Is it?
I allegedly.
Bestiality, I believe, was the charge.
Those are some trumped up charges now.
What are the 6 sheep?
Well, anyway, if y'all want to, he said you're all free to come inside or whatever, have a look around, that kind of stuff. I would just know that Duncan is he don't talk, he's a mute. So don't expect a vivid conversation out of him.
Is there somewhere where we can, by chance, haggle for some swords and some bows that we've picked up along the way?
Oh, well, if you're going to haggle for anything, I mean, Cragger is probably the closest thing to a shop we got. But I wouldn't expect him to give you much for it.
Some money is better than no money.
Oh, you want money? Sweetheart.
Or food or rations.
Oh,
in this
that
day.
you could probably get out of him, but money? No. They ain't no money in the Badlands. If you got money out here, it don't spend,
It's all trade.
Yeah. It's all about what you has and what you don't has,
Okay. That is good to know, my friend. Thank you.
Well, I don't mean to be vulgar, but your friend here is really pretty. So there's always that form of payment.
Ah.
Must be talking to you, Silden.
Oh no, him? No, his face is all messed up. I was talking about you.
Oh, you've got the wrong person.
Oh no, sweetheart.
No, she
Even with
doesn't.
that scar on your face, you still a pretty one.
Yeah, with the charges that you were charged with. I mean, if you're willing.
I may be lewd, but I'm not that lewd.
This is the Badlands, sweetheart. Any kind of humility or morality went out the window the moment you took a wagon out here.
It's not like I did it by choice.
Well, maybe so, but just keep that in mind. If you ever find yourself short, you can always trade a bit of tail to get what you need.
I appreciate your explanation about this place.
Well, you know, someone's got to explain the ins and outs out here. More ins than outs.
I guess we shall go talk to the Balthazar about this place and
Oh,
see, try
Yeah.
to make a plan.
he's a riveting conversationalist. He's spends all those times in his books and whatnot. So he's a bit wordy and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I best get back to shoveling horse shit and all that other good stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again.
Oh, yeah. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, I guess.
But,
Who do we talk to first?
well, I suspect talking to Balthazar first might be a good idea. Get an idea about what's going on around here.
And then I say we try to haggle for some rations and water skins and water and see, come back here, recuperate, and formulate a plan.
That works for me. Which way was it to Balthazar's? Which way Balthazar is? You know.
Balthazar would be through the main door here. Hang a right. And then you can find him in the library.
Appreciate it. We must have a decent amount of water to keep this place so green.
Yes. Yes, they must.
Huh?
I would knock on this door, or is it open?
It's open.
Okay. Hello.
Greetings. You must be the three that were found in the desert.
Ah, yes.
I am Balthazar. Greetings.
Which is it? Is it Balthazar or Balthazar?
I see that you have spoken with Rena.
We have.
She's not much of a social butterfly of sorts, but not much of a linguist, that one.
That is true.
You have me at a disadvantage. Can I at least have names to go with the faces I see before me?
I am ignorant.
Greetings.
My name is Sylvan. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I appreciate your goodwill in accepting us here.
Well, we do what we must for the people that we find here. And how about you, young man?
The name's Silas.
Well, welcome. Welcome to the Guild Hall, as it has been called. Kind of the unofficial hub of all business in the Badlands. I am Balthazar. The, one who keeps it going, as it were.
you were the one we were told to come and see.
Yes,
You have something of ours.
I do, in fact. I believe this belongs to one of your party? As Balthazar turns around and picks up a skull off of the table. Ugh.
Ah, Bones. There you are.
Yep.
You know, with your condition and all, I never thought she'd be the one to run away from everybody.
That makes two of us.
See, I told you I didn't leave him in the sand.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. I just couldn't remember if that was a mirage or not.
Oh, well. I'm glad you picked me up. I would have hated to spend the next 1,000 years or so until I decomposed or whatnot. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for that. Sorry, it's not every day that a talking skull gets brought in by 3 newcomers. So,
I hope he didn't talk too much as I kind of glare down at Bones.
And no, in fact, he was, fairly tight-lipped at first. It took, quite a bit of, persuasion to get him to start his conversation with me. So...
Sometimes that does happen.
So, from the brands on your faces, I would assume that you're all exiles as well. And then you can see on Balthazar's face that he also bears a brand.
For some reason or another, yes.
Well, you see that we are, most of us here have found ourselves out in the Badlands for one reason or another. Found ourselves at the bad end of our governments. So.
It's because they do not understand.
Well, either that or some of us are legitimately here for the things we have done and caused. Regardless, that is none of our reasons or our concerns at this point. We try not to pry into the past. We judge ourselves on the future. And that is why I asked to speak with you. And I want to know what type of future you intend to make for yourselves out here.
Probably just to survive. This place out here is grueling. Don't know how anybody does it.
Well, if you are looking to merely survive, I would say that heading south would probably be a better bet. Fall in with the Orcish tribes or try to find your way back into society somehow. There are some pirate brands that will take in banished.
We don't really have a plan yet, though. I'm just seeing merely what's the options out here.
Well, if you have any intentions of helping, I won't say good, honest people, but honest people, the Badlands has all sorts of work to be done. And able-bodied people are very rare these days. We post jobs here in the guild, and we're constantly investigating rumors and trying our best to make the Badlands a little less bad.
What kind of rumors?
All things. Monsters, demons, you name it. We even had a rumor one time of a orc army marching on Duskholm through the Badlands. Never did find them. Obviously never got to Duskholm either.
Hey, babe.
So we do the best we can with what we have and try to take care of those that are here.
Makes sense. Feels like a harsh living out here.
Well, like I said, we try to make do with what we have. So, as you can see, we've carved a little bit of hospitality out of the desert. A little piece of paradise, if you will. So that way people can rest and recuperate in between assignments. So, I'm not really good at this stirring, join the club speeches, if as it were.
You simply just need to present the information. Before we give you any answers, we will need the night to be able to recover, and talk amongst ourselves.
Oh, of course. Yeah, the guild hall is open to you. Some ground rules, as it were. Until you are a member, you are not allowed to access the bunks. You'll have to stay in the stable house. I'm sorry, those are the rules. But you are allowed to partake of the kitchen and the bar. We are not heathens. Feel free to speak with any of the patrons here. Help yourselves to any type of commodities we have. That kind of situation. The upstairs and basement are restricted to you at this time.
Yeah.
Very well.
Nice.
I appreciate your
Nice.
giving us time to talk about this.
Like I said, I'm not very good at the stirring join our organization, but we could very much use some new blood.
Yeah.
Then I'm not real sure, Ignan's what you want.
Talk to you then.
He only deals in shadows.
That I do.
Well, I won't pry into your form of sorcery then until you make a decision.
If he rolls an insight, Ignan's very much staring at his shadow like a hungry animal. I would almost say he could have it for free.
Whose shadow?
Balthazar's. After he only deals with shadows, Ignan's definitely looking at his shadow like, maybe one day. We shall give you an answer in the morning, though. We thank you for your hospitality.
You didn't have a-
Feel free to travel about the premises. I would recommend not leaving the walls, though, unless you intend on heading back out into the desert.
We appreciate the warning.
If you do decide not to join us and you'd like to move on, heading south will be the next township closest to here. At least I can point you in a direction so that you know where to head.
We would greatly appreciate that.
Either
Bones had made a comment, and I was wondering about how much of the undead do you have around here?
We have skeleton armies coming out of the gorge. We have, well, I don't know how much I want to get into with non-guild members right now, but just be careful out there. Some sort of new creature is coming out of the south, something that we don't fully understand yet. The locals in that part are calling them soulless.
Interesting. So this. What a name.
Black magic at work here.
I would be glad to share some more information with you after you make your decision.
Very well.
Okay, say bye. They love you. Blow kiss. Blow kiss.
In the meantime, help yourself to some food in the tavern. You must be parched.
Food will be good. I haven't eaten in so long.
Blow kiss.
I'll have Duncan bring you in something.
We would appreciate that. Thank you.
Word to the wise, though, if you have an easy stomach, as it were, I would not ask what Duncan brings you, but I will tell you that it will be delicious regardless.
Raven. The dog in.
It's understandable.
All right.
So, I guess we go in here to eat.
You can, yes.
Come on.
I'll join you guys momentarily. I'm gonna grab Bones and set him on the table.
Ugh.
What did you and Balthazar talk about?
You know, the usual, the weather, the sky, the sands, all what do you want to know?
Did you tell him my last name?
Do you think that you would be welcomed in this place if he knew who you were?
Well, I know you can be quite chatty.
Look, kid, with a name like yours, it's best for everybody involved to not know who you is. I already know who you is, and I wish I didn't.
Well, seems like you're stuck with me now, aren't you? And I'm gonna just pick him up and stick him back on my hip and walk off.
Don't we know? Weren't we in the same room when he said his life?
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know what that means.
Yeah, I definitely don't know.
Nope.
As this massive, absolute unit of a human being comes in, and he begins to set plates in front of you. And he takes the covers off in front of you, one after another. You see what appears to be some sort of steak, a bowl of broth soup, a chunk of bread, and a chunk of cheese. And Duncan looks at each of you deeply in your eyes. And he gives out a single grunt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Duncan.
I'm gonna grunt back at him.
And Duncan then sits down backwards with his back towards this table and stares at you intently as you eat the food.
Not weird at all.
Across the
We just got
room,
here.
you hear the melodies being played on a lute.
Wonderful music.
It's good to hear music again.
Music and food. I don't know why you guys think we have to wait.
I never claimed nothing about waiting. I merely like to wanted to have something to eat before I made a decision. I myself to have the proper brain power.
Go. All right. Got the setting.
Very good. Come on, guys, don't hold back. The food's pretty good.
Yes, would the three of you give me a survival check?
Well, I don't know about Juju. Well, I don't know about Ignan, but I'm surviving. Nat 20, baby.
No, beautiful.
Here we go. As you begin digging into the food, Silden, you're eating the food, you're enjoying it. Silas, you just absolutely go ham on this stuff. Like a pig in slop. And Ignan, you're just a little more delicate with it is all.
Come on now, why are you being so delicate?
It's just the way I eat from where I come from.
Or is it because it's not a shadow? Is that why? Do you not know how to eat real food?
That is for me to know, and you to hopefully never find out, my friend.
From across the room, you see the bard stand up from her place as she walks across the room. And she comes over and she steps up on the chair and she sits down just on the edge of the table with her legs crossed in front of all three of you. And she's playing on the lute.
What am I still playing?
But yes, I agree. Thank you for giving us something lively.
While she is not looking at the lute, and she's looking at each of you, kind of twisting her head back and forth, looking you up and down. She looking at you, Silden, most intently.
Oh, shit.
Kill grin at her.
She wants to touch the booty.
Touch it! Give her that pee-pee touches in the stables tonight.
Come
I
on,
have
maybe I
not
will
seen
be.
you three in here before.
We had merely arrived just today.
Hmm. You're interesting. A lot of you. Have you traveled long together?
Simply just accused together.
Hmm. It's funny how crime brings us all to the same place, though, doesn't it?
I mean, that's what this place was set up for. For them to put all their misfits in one place.
Oh, how correct you are. I'm Ravina. I'm sort of the entertainment, if you will. What are your names?
Silden Moonwatcher. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Hmm.
I am ignorant.
Ignan. And what about you, young man?
Silas.
Hmm. Strong name.
For a weak child.
I believe only you think that.
He holds his own quite well.
I'm sure he does. And I'm sure that you hold your well.
That I do.
Hmm. Anyway, is there anything that I can do to make your time here easier?
Just do what you please. Play the music. Sit here and talk. We might be here for a long time. We might not. We have
Hmm.
yet to decide.
Everyone who comes here always joins. Nobody ever turns down Balthazar.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Where else in this godforsaken desert are you gonna get the kind of luxury you see here at the guild hall?
Home?
Who says that we want to stay here in the Badlands?
Hmm. So then you're off to join the pirates? Or are you going back to seek ever-loving revenge against those who did you wrong?
We haven't decided yet.
Hmm. I've heard all the stories, my little Ignan. If you have any intentions of actually being a good person and staying where you were told, you're gonna join the guild hall. But if you're gonna go off on some suicide quest and go back to where you were accused, well, I'll never see you again. You'll either die in the desert or you'll die when you get back to wherever you're going. And as far as the pirates go, well, some will take you and some will kill you on sight. So, once again, I'll never see you again. And then the orcs, well, they're 50-50. Sometimes they'll take you and then sometimes they'll just eat you. So, your best
Sounds
odds are
about right.
usually just staying with the guild.
I did have
Besides,
plans to join the guild, whether everybody else is approving of it or not.
besides that, Duncan is the best cook in all of the Badlands. I don't know what to tell you.
Definitely the best cook since I've come to this place.
We gotta share my screen and add mom.
He's the only cook we've come across.
Well, when you're the only cook in the Badlands, I guess that makes you the best.
Mom, look at this.
Anyway, I'll let you finish your dinner. I'll keep playing some music for you in the meantime. How about that?
I'd appreciate it.
Wait for this one piece.
After Ignan's done eating, he's going to go see Kragar to see if he could get some rations and water skins, and what's the fee for getting some water or whatever. See if what he can get for the scraps that the short swords and short bows we have.
Gotcha.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, that's just being annoying. Hello?
Hello.
Okay. If you had said something into response of that, I did not hear it.
I said that sounds fine. You go when you need to.
Just hold on to bring his plate over here to Duncan. Can I get some seconds? Fellas, look back.
Mm. Mm.
Appreciate it, my good man.
Mm.
Igna will walk up to Krager and be like, "Hello there."
Yeah, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Igna will wait.
Good. If I miss this perfect forge weld, it's gonna take me another day and a half to get it hot enough. And there. Ah, there we go. All right. Yeah. No faces, no faces. Craig's the name. What can I do for you?
Hello, Krager. I'm Ignan, part of the trio that found sanctuary here. We have gotten these short bows and short swords from some skeleton men on our way into town.
Skeleton junk. Yeah. It's all good in the end. It all gets used. Go ahead and just drop it anywhere. What is it you're after, though?
Maybe some rations for out in the desert and some water skins. With water, preferably.
Fiona would probably have the rations for you. Water skin. Fucking water skins. You want metal? Do you want tin skins or do you want leather ones?
Tin is preferable. Leather can dry out in this heat.
I agree with that. Let me see if I got. How many after for?
How big are they?
They'll 2 cup each.
Ooh, that is not a lot. At least 3 for now.
I can do 3. Here you go. Where'd you get it? Did you not follow me in here? Let me back outside. Oh, Jesus.
I am sorry. I was distracted.
Yeah, and I got 3 of them for you.
Oh, thank you. Would Fiona be willing to give me the rations for the goods I brought you?
Yeah. I'm sure there was a. What you can? How many did you bring me?
3 short swords and 3 longbows. Or short bows.
The 3 and 3 was 10 water. Yeah. Let me go see what she's got. Fiona, you in here? Yeah, I'm in here. Hey, there's a guy, the guy traded some stuff to me, and you need some rations. You got anything you can house? I'll give it trade for you. Put it on my tab. Oh yeah, I can certainly get him situated. I got a few things here. Harlan, I think Harlan's got some breads. Breads will hold. Is that gonna work for you, stranger?
That would work. How big of a bread would it say last one person a week or a couple days?
Oh, it's hardtack. It'll last a long time. Oh, Harlan's hardtack is good stuff. You just put it in your mouth and let it soak up some of your natural spit, and you'll be able to chew on it for hours.
Ah, that sounds perfect for out here.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Let me pop outside and see where he keeps it. Harlan! Wait! Where you keep a hardtack? Way in the chest, right next to your ankles. Okay. Here you go, stranger.
Why, thank you. My name is Ignan. Nice to meet you.
Ignan?
Sure, good enough.
Aye.
Thank you.
No problem. Aye.
Well, if that squares us up, I appreciate the business, Krieger.
I mean, I appreciate you bringing me a scrap.
You're most welcome. May it bring you good fortune.
I don't know about good fortune, but at least it'll bring me something more to work on.
Hello, friends. I secured us some flask and some rations.
That's good news.
Yes, it is. I guess it's about time that we probably head off and talk about what we want to talk about, not inside the public area.
Well, if you guys want to go ahead, I'm gonna finish my food.
Oh, I'll wait. But in real life, I have to take my pooch out. So I shall return momentarily.
Silas,
Hmm.
Duncan's eyeing your plate. Are you done?
I mean, yeah, he can have it.
Duncan takes your plate. And Duncan takes Ignan's plate. Duncan sees that Silden's still eating.
Doesn't Soda needs a lot of food to keep him going. Fleming finishes his food. Alright, so what do you want to talk then? Thank you,
Duncan.
Duncan. Definitely not a bad place, huh, Silas?
Well, so far it seems like it's okay.
Beats living out there in the desert.
Anything beats the desert.
Well, you get yourself deep into a troll cave that's been munching on a bunch of passing pedestrians. You might want to rethink. You'll quickly rethink that.
I don't know. I've never been in a troll cave.
Terrible place. Sloppy eaters. The trolls are so. The smell is horrible. The insects are worse. You're in the desert. You can deal with the heat in certain ways if you prepare enough. But I'm gonna take a short walk around and look over this place. Mark off some of this delicious food we just had.
While we're waiting on Bob to get back.
Yes.
Oh, Silden, you said you're just taking a walk around?
Yeah, he's taking a walk around, taking a look around the place.
This place is pretty expansive for a guild hall. You see the exterior wall is a finely crafted fortress wall. A good stone barricade all the way around. It doesn't have any towers or turrets anywhere. It's just a good barricade wall. It only has one gate in and out. And everything inside of the wall seems to be rather green. As far as you can tell, most of the amenities are here inside the area. Trading areas. Seems to be, there's a garden area. They're growing their own food.
Mm-hmm.
The building itself has, in the quote unquote shop area, if you will, is a single story area. But the tavern area and this area here is all 2-story. And you could tell that the second story looks more like a bunk room, just from what you can tell. It doesn't look like there's a lot going on upstairs.
All right.
Outside, you see that there is like a latrine and some sort of butcher house. As you make your way around, there is a well out back. And even as you peer into the well, it's very clear that there's water in it. It's not like it's a dry well.
Mm-hmm.
On the back side of the house, you find a tidy garden with a male halfling working the field.
How's it going over there?
Hi, how are you?
Doing all right.
What's your name? I ain't seen you around here.
We just got here. So his name's Sylvan.
I'm Harlan. Nice to meet you. Are you new to the guild?
Think about joining.
Aye. It's a good bit of place to join. No better place than here in the Badlands. To take care of our own out here. You'll notice that Harlan does not have a brand on his face, though.
Were you not exiled out here like the rest of us?
No, not really. I kind of came out here willingly, if that makes sense.
Everybody's got a story. Don't want to pry too much.
Well, Fiona, she got in a bit of trouble back home, and she got in trouble for things that I thought she was doing the right thing. And so when she got in trouble, I told the powers that would be that they could go shove it, and I went with her. So here I am, you know?
Hey, at least you stood up for what you believed is right.
Well, I couldn't just let her go walk away like that, you know?
I get it. It's a pretty brave thing you did.
Yeah. She thought I was stupid. She probably still thinks I'm stupid. But yeah, I am. And I ain't left his side since.
Well, I won't keep... You guys have a pretty decent sized garden out here.
Yeah, we green feet are natural gardeners. We do a lot. And this soil out here is not much to work with, but you work it enough and it'll grow anything you need.
I'm gonna keep walking around, checking the place out. You have a good day there, Harlan.
Of course. You know where to find me. And Fiona, if you need anything else, Fiona's inside.
All right, I appreciate it. We got a pretty smithy here, from what it looks like.
What's that?
I said you got quite a smithy here.
Oh, it's what we could get by with. You must have been one of those noons that come in.
Yeah, that I am.
Craig.
It's Sildon.
You don't look like the usual lot that come through here.
I imagine not.
What are you? These marks all over your hands and arms. I've seen them before. You're one of them cutter fighters, aren't you?
Cutter fighters. not heard the term.
You cut yourself and fight with it. You blood fighter.
Yes, I use the magic in my blood.
Cutter fighter.
Good name for it, Danny.
Yeah. I always thought it was a little, well, I don't want to go throwing names around. I'm sure you oh, excuse me. Sure you got a reason for it.
There's no problem. We've heard it all over the years.
Do you smell a dog around here?
No. It might. It might be this armor. I had a couple set together from the skeletons before we got here.
God, Jesus. That's strong. Do me a favor and burn that crap. Whew. What kind of armor do you usually wear?
Well, before I got here, I was using a nice set of scale armor, but
my eyes are fucking burning. Fucking. Been a long time since I had to deal with any dog dander. Fuck. Never know when them fucking skeletons are gonna be around. Fucking hell. Shit.
are you all right?
Yeah. I don't have any scale mail, but here. Take this half plate. Burn that crap.
Oh my god. I'm so jealous. Jesus Christ.
Will do.
Fucking hell. Damn fucking dog allergy.
Fucking Frank, you just got half plate for free.
I mean, yeah, I only had to have somebody have an allergic fit, so I mean, it wasn't for free. I did something for it.
Yeah.
This wasn't a good thing.
I already put it in your inventory.
Ah, perfect.
I want you to know, by the way,
Hmm.
I did not pick that fucking flaw on purpose. But when it showed up, I was like, this is fucking perfect.
Hell yeah. You got a place around here where I can burn this armor?
I don't know. Burn it away from me, though.
You sit with me, yeah. You sit with me again for a little bit. I'll give you
Will
some
do.
treats. Down. Sit.
You finally got yourself out of the hall there, Silas?
Well, you know, ignorance just he's not much of a conversationalist at the moment. He's kind of like Duncan. He's stuck in a trance and he's just grunting.
Grunting. Don't sound right.
Well, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about him, but he doesn't seem right, so
No. But if he's not okay with it, don't.
You know, we better go check on him, make sure he's alright. Does not get thrown out because he's having some kind of fit. You okay there, Ignan?
Ah, yes, I am perfectly fine. I just got lost in myself, thinking about what has become.
and exactly what
Uh,
is that?
It's a lot, a lot. So then, I see you got some fancy armor there. Well,
Aye.
if you happen to find another set, let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely let you know if I find any more.
That sounds great. So, how are we thinking about staying here?
I think it's the best choice we got at this time. This place is looks like it's pretty easily well defended, and they got everything you need. From what they tell us of the surrounding areas, they ain't the best places to be.
Yeah. It definitely beats being out there in the heat.
I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Anything beats that damn desert.
I agree. Here.
I know you said you wanted to think over it overnight, but I think it might be wise to the doctors all know that we wish to stay if we're going to stay.
Well, yeah. Seems that you went on an exploring match, and I just simply did not want him to force the situation until we had proper time to walk around. I wanted to see what was offered and what these people were like.
Everyone I've met has been pretty decent.
I agree.
Everybody has a history here.
Yeah. Everybody's got a history. It's all what you got, what you make with it. So try not to have any more fits there, Ignan. I know Father said you were grunting and making a bunch of weird noises.
That's because of the shadows. The shadows I miss so dearly.
I guess Sylvan's gonna head over to Balthazar.
Welcome back. How
Thank
was
you.
dinner?
It was amazing.
I told you that Duncan was well.
That you did. We discussed it, and I think it would be best for us to join the guild.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you don't know how much of a relief that is.
Why?
Well, now that you've joined, I could give you the whole lowdown. Needless to say, we are not nearly as many as we used to be. These soulless are running amok. We don't know where they came from. We know where they're coming from, but we don't know where they came from. Far to the south in the Grey Mountains, they're coming out of the old dwarven mines. They're coming out in troves. These abominations. Half human, half elf, half monster. They've got no life in their eyes, no soul. They only fiend for flesh.
Things with no souls. Sounds like the bodies are still moving. It's done right.
At first, we thought they were regular run-of-the-mill zombies. But we quickly found out that they don't move like the zombies. Some of them are fast. Some of them have abilities. Some of them can cast magic. It's just... you never know what you're going to get from them. Some of them are chimera of types. All we know is that they keep flooding out of the old dwarven mines, and we can't get anyone into the mines to find out how bad the infestation is. And of course, nobody cares about the Badlands. Any kind of message we've sent out to anyone that would potentially help falls on deaf ears. We're all exiles here. No one cares. Even the Rangers, they're the only ones that have come to investigate. And with the ongoing war between Aethias and Duskholm, and the outright civil war that's brewing between Duskholm right now, the Rangers are strapped. And they've only sent a partial force. And most of them are up by the mines, trying to coordinate some sort of militia effort to keep them from just flooding all over the Badlands. We've been trying to intercept more and more exiles as they come in through the gorge. But the damn skeletons have been intercepting them before we have.
Sounds as if you guys in quite the plight then.
Yes, which is why when I seen you come in with a skull that was talking, I took it from your possession. Thought maybe it had information about the skeleton horde. If we can get rid of the skeleton horde, we might get some fresh blood in here, which we can then use to fight the soulless.
Get rid of the skeleton horde. What if we could control them?
Well, I hadn't thought of that.
And then you use them to fight the soulless for you.
That many skeletons would have to be a powerful wraith or lich, or even a necromancer.
A wraith, a lich, or a necromancer? Are you certain?
All of my research is pointing to those three possibilities.
What about old Bones? Did he say he had a horde of skeletons at once?
Shh. I think that's our ace in the hole.
I mean, question for the DM. Did Bones tell him that?
I mean, I didn't tell him not that.
So, what's in it for us if we do this?
Well, as with all guild members, the more you do for the guild, the higher your rank is. And the higher your rank is, the more equipment that we are able to provide you. Money is useless out here in the Badlands. Only items and trade and barter. And the more that you do for the guild, the more the guild provides to you. Your barter is your reputation.
Oh, I'm sure we can have quite the reputation.
Is the guild just here? Or is it elsewhere as well?
Well, this is the only hub that we have, except for the southern front in front of the Dwarven Mines. We've set up a kind of impromptu, kind of forward command post, as it were. My second in command is down there.
What do you know of the skeleton horde, and what can we do to help start weakening it up?
Well, I know that the bulk of their forces are still in the gorge and the Grey Mountain Pass. There's got to be some sort of cavern or tunnel system there. My research I've provided shows that the mountain men of the old Duskholm times, they used to mine in those tunnels. And I'm wondering if they're not some sort of old mining relics in there. Maybe skeletons from old cave-ins or something of like that. Maybe burial chambers, or there has to be something feeding this many skeletons. But they're definitely coming from somewhere in that gorge.
Well, if nothing else, it's a good clue to look at.
Well, if you are intent on taking this on as your first skilled job and investigating the skeleton horde for me, for the guild, I should say, I want you to go talk to Krager. Let him know that you've accepted the position. He'll outfit you all with guild swords. At least get you some weaponry. Much better than these short swords I see you carrying. Looks like you picked them off of the dead that you fought already.
Aye, we did.
At least get some decent arms in your hands before you go off. And make sure that you speak with Fiona and get yourself some health. I'm not sure what kind of skills you all possess, but if I was a betting man, it doesn't look like there's a healer amongst you.
Not yet.
Well, talk to her and tell her to give you each some healing. Just in case. And then from my own personal store, take these crystals. Each of you.
What do they do?
They're a get out of jail free card if they were. I don't have many of them. But if the situation is dire or you find yourself way over your head, just throw them on the ground at your feet and you'll instantly find yourself back in the quad here at the guild hall. I can't afford to lose any more guild members, so we usually don't give these to low members, but at this point I have to look out for as many members as I have.
This is quite the gift you're giving us.
Well, I'm sending you into those mountains blind. I hate doing it. I wish I had more information to send you up there, so the least I can do is make sure that you can get out safely. If nothing else, at least you could come back here and give me better information so that we can set up a better front.
Makes plenty of sense. You wouldn't happen to have a map of the area, would you?
All I have is a rough drawn map of the gorge that the Duskholm prison wagon usually takes.
Well, that won't be coming anytime soon.
Oh, I'm sure they'll send more. But unless we can get rid of the skeleton scourge, I'm sure they'll just end up dead or... Anyway, talk to Rena in the stable when you're ready, and she'll set you up with some horses.
Very well.
At least the horses will get you across the desert so you don't die of heat exhaustion.
Ah, a horse for each of us. Look at that, my friends. You could finally join me on a horseback.
Yep. Definitely a bonus for getting around quicker.
Seems so. Well, Bones, are you ready?
Well, I'm attached to your belt, so, it is what it is.
No, I said no tire.
You ready to see if,
I said it's bedtime.
we can get you another army?
Now.
I'd be more interested to find out if we can get more of an arm for me.
I promise, by the time I'm done, you'll have a whole body.
Hey, I like that.
Well, I guess it's best if we go get some mama. Do. Walk through the house to Gregor.
Who'd like to go first?
I'll let Silas go first.
Hello, are you Gregor?
That's me. And you must be the runt that came in with the other two.
I mean, if you're talking about me being a child, then yes.
Nah. Child, nah. You're just, how do you put it, you're quaint. You're fair, if he was.
Well, I try to be.
What can I do for you, Cyrus?
Silas?
Silas. Sorry, these old dwarf ears, ringing from too many hammer strikes.
Well, Balthasar said we should come talk to you about getting equipment?
Oh, I see you've joined the guild.
Yes.
So, what do you fancy?
Hmm. Spears, swords, spears.
A spear. I'll stand back a little bit and poke him at the distance.
A little bit.
You don't have a whole lot of upper body strength for that.
No.
But you know yourself best, I suppose. I got a few of them here and there, everywhere. Spear it is then. There you go. Spear's been added to your inventory.
Yay. It's got to be the weapons we were carrying from skeletons.
Anything you don't want, just go ahead and throw in the junk pile out back.
There's a junk pile.
I melt it all down and make the new stuff out of it.
Ah. I see. I'm just gonna step out of the way so Ignan could come in.
Ignan.
Hello, Gregor.
Welcome.
Seems that we're joining you.
Aye. And as being coming part of the guild, it's my responsibility to see that you're armed. Better than those, cheap short swords you got there.
Nah, I'm fine with those. Do you have any of that armor that you gave our other friend? I'm quite jealous.
The one who smelled a dog.
Yes, that one.
He wrecked so bad, that's the only half plate I had.
Oh. Why?
I'm sorry. I mean, I guess you could get it back from him.
In due time, in due time.
I'm sure with enough time and materials, I can get you some armor made up.
Ah, if I bring you back enough of the Skellimon scrap. I see, I see.
Yeah, your hide armor there is not much to be looked upon, is it?
No, no, it is not.
Here.
Let me see. Well, it ain't much, but I'm sure I got a breastplate around here at least.
It's do better than the hide armor that I have.
Uh,
I greatly appreciate that.
well, it's something.
What happened?
At least it'll.
Disrespectful. And you were around it all week.
Let me see here. Looks like it needs a bit of work. It's got a crack down the middle here. Okay, you gonna be around here tonight?
I think we are going to at least stay the night.
Alright. You come back here after a few hours or so and I'll get this buttoned up for you, alright?
How about I stop by in the morning before we head out?
It shouldn't take me that long to get it buttoned up, just a little bit. Am I sure you don't want me to replace that short sword?
Unless you have one that's hits stronger. I do wield, you see? And I need the nice light weapon for that.
I see. Let me see here. Was it here? At least throw that skelly shit away. Take these two. I don't know if it'll hit any harder, but at least they're quality I can rely on. How about that, okay?
That seems reasonable.
All right.
I'll just meditate underneath the tree and wait for you to finish the armor.
Or you can go to bed.
All right, Frank.
Yes. You are Fiona, correct?
Well, then I am. How can I help you?
Boss Laura to come down here and get some healing. We're supposed to be going after some of those skeletons.
Oh. Yeah. Let me, Yeah. Let me just do this. It's not much, but at least it'll be something. She's gonna hand you but Frank, here we go. She's gonna give you 4 cheap health potions.
Thank you very much.
You come back later if you need more, okay?
I appreciate it, I will.
It takes some time to distill, but we'll keep going for it, okay?
Alright, is there any ingredients you want us to collect while we're out there?
If you can find any of the Craggle Rock mushrooms, they like to grow up on the in the rocky gorge where you're going to be heading. If you could find any of them while you're out, bring them back for me. They don't help with the health potions, but they would help with some other stuff that I do.
If we see any, I'll definitely grab them. What do they look like?
Well, they're kind of gray and they look like rocks, so they're going to be hard to see.
Makes sense by the name.
Yeah. But they'll have a pungent odor to them. They kind of smell like like a lemon, but like dirty lemon.
Well, I'll definitely keep my nose out and I'll
Okay.
just try to see what I can do to help you guys out.
Okay.
You in there, Kurgar?
Yeah, I'm in here. Did you burn that armor yet?
No, I'm gonna do that as soon as we get done talking.
Goddamn. Well, what kind of weapon you need? You only got armor out of me.
Yeah. I'd like to get a long sword. You
All
got
right.
this scrap one we picked off of those skeletons.
All right. You go wait with your friend. I'll get you a long sword.
Appreciate it. I'll come out here and throw the long sword that he got from the skeletons as well as the dagger into a pile.
You gonna keep the short bow?
Yeah.
And you're gonna keep the shield?
Yep.
Okay, so here we go. All right. And then where did Tim's character go? All the way over here. The spear. Yep, and he's good. Okie dokie. All right. Hi, Ignan.
Yes.
I come over here. I got your breastplate finished.
Why, thank you.
Can you take this sword over to your friend?
I will.
Thanks. I don't want to get near him. He smell a dog.
I'll make sure that he takes a bath.
Well, he said he's gonna burn that armor he got from the Skelemans.
Well, he's been wearing that a long time, too.
Yeah.
Very good. You might as well take a bath if you can.
Yeah. A bath. Yeah. Tell Duncan that y'all need a bath. I'm sure that he can get one for you. And now that you're part of the guild, you can have access to the downstairs. There's a bathhouse down there.
Oh, how nice. We'll do that. Thank you. He'll bring the sword over to Sildon and pass the information along.
It'd be nice to get a bath.
Yes, and Craigo says that you smell like dog.
Yeah, he said that. I don't know why he'd say that though.
That's very weird. Indeed.
Very weird. Did you see what happened to Silas?
I think he wandered off over by the training fields.
I didn't explore any of this earlier, so
No, you did not.
I just sat and ate my meal in peace and quiet with Duncan staring at me, being all fucking weird and shit.
Mm.
Mm.
Hey, you just wanted to make sure you're eating your food and not wasting it.
Right? Tilden!
Hopefully he ain't got himself in trouble.
Well,
I'm
that's
just
what
gonna
we're here
start.
for.
I'm just gonna start hollering it, walking over into the fucking training area here. Tilden! Tilden!
What is it, Cyrus? What is wrong?
Well, I had no idea where you went off to. I thought maybe these people would. Something about a Fiona or like heals something.
I've got these potions from Fiona, and you'll
Oh, so this is not Fiona then. I do apologize.
Thalia is literally standing there as she is very unimpressed.
here's one of the health potions, Cyrus. Here's two of them for you there, Ignan.
I don't know what her problem
Okay.
is. I legitimately thought that was Fiona.
Did you ask her?
Well, no.
Then
Do I
it's
have to ask everybody their name?
Of course, it is rude if you don't.
She's the one that rescued us.
Oh.
She was the rider on the horse that brought us all here.
Silden, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Much thanks for helping rescue us in our time of need.
Well,
Yes, thank you.
it didn't feel right to let you all let the sands eat you. Another hour or so out there, and you probably would have all been sand food. At least here you could be productive.
Yes. Yeah. We had accepted a job from the guild to go investigate the skeletons tomorrow.
I was on my way to go do that myself when I come across the three of you. So,
Well, would you like to join us?
unfortunately, more important matters drawn me away again, so I'll be heading out in the morning for the north this time. But you go and you figure out where those skeletons are hoarded up. And you come back here and you inform Balthazar, alright? Don't try any hero shenanigans while you're out there. Reconnaissance only. Gather the information, bring it back to the guild hall. Let Balthazar figure out a strategy, and then reassess the situation and return. That's the mission.
No. We don't need lectures. We'll handle the situation just fine.
I'm not really sure if she was lecturing us.
Oh. It just sounded like what you mortals do when you're talking to the young, making sure they follow the clear-cut instructions, as if life is a straight line and not a bunch of curves.
And you think that you don't belong here?
I know that.
Hmm. And you don't think that the skeletons will overrun you the same as your friends here?
No.
Hmm.
We have a secret weapon for that.
You have a secret weapon, huh?
I
What is it? Your shadow monster?
power of friendship.
Hmm. Well, your power of friendship isn't gonna stop a skeleton from eating their brains.
No, but a skeleton might.
Hmm. Listen. I am not trying to lecture. You got out of that gorge on your own, and you've made it halfway across that damn bloody desert. I know the three of you are capable. Now you're a little better equipped. I know they stripped you of whatever you had when you got exiled. I'm sure you were better equipped when you were back in the cities. Now you're starting over. So, don't take it as a lecture. Just take it as a remember that you don't have everything you used to have. Reminder. Because that's what usually gets people out here.
Yes, yes.
Overconfidence is the greatest killer.
Exactly. Just all I'm trying to say is just remember that Balthazar is only sending you for reconnaissance. If you can get in there and fuck some skeletons up, more power to you. Few less skeletons in the world is never gonna hurt a thing. But don't be overconfident in your abilities or think that you have to rid the world of all the evils in a single day. Because I, frankly, would like to see you around the guild hall a lot more.
Well, maybe if we bring this land to peace, we'll be here a lot.
No. I don't know about you guys, but wearing this smelly hide armor that we scavenged off those skeletons, I'd be glad to get rid of it and take a bath afterwards.
Agreed.
He's gonna go to this corner behind the other trains and get rid of the armor.
All right.
So you're interested in getting a bath as well, Silas?
A desert, and then we woke up in a stable? Of course I'm interested in getting a bath.
All right.
I'm
Let me go
coming
talk to Duncan.
too.
Excuse me, Duncan. We were interested in getting baths. Well, we were told to come talk to you by Kragar.
Duncan's gonna wave his big hand. As Duncan hands you a fresh towel, and he points his hand down the stairs.
Thank you, Duncan.
Mm. Duncan will hand you a towel, Ignan, and point down the stairs.
I will help myself downstairs.
And welcome everybody to the Pitch Black Bathhouse.
Welcome to the bathhouse scene.
Oh, let me get the lights for you.
It's amazing what they've cobbled together in the middle of the desert.
Yes. I wonder how strong of a mage that Balthazar is to be able to do all this. Would you have any idea there, Bones? Ignan will pull the head out of what he assumes is probably in Silas's clothes and put him on the ledge next to us.
Hey, thank you there.
Yes, so as I was saying, how strong of a mage is that Bal?
Oh yeah, he's a cooking.
I could tell.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of stank to make grass grow in the desert.
So I thought.
Mm.
So why doesn't he just handle this problem?
I get the feeling that he's locked to this place somehow. That all of this doesn't work if he moves on, you know?
Ah, like he has magic. He's feeding the earth his energy, and he has to stay here, or it goes with him.
Yeah, at least that's what I gather. Some reason that this is the spot, this is the moment in time, you know? Maybe there's something underground, maybe there's, you know, some connection to the weave he's got. But something is supercharging that whiz-waz.
Yes.
Then it is a good thing that he is not hostile to anybody and is helping everybody out.
Oh yes, yes. That you're right. It's a great thing.
Well, hello, guys.
Well, hello.
Mind if I come and join you?
No, you're more than welcome.
Hmm.
That bone jolly. Hmm.
Well, hello, Selden. Mind if I sit right here?
No, go right ahead.
Hmm.
Close your eyes, Silas. I don't think you want to see what comes next.
I mean, she just walked by completely butt ass naked, so.
Yeah. 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 It just moved over to Silas and covers his eyes like a child. Have some dignity. There's a
I think
child.
the only thing she's worried about seeing is what's underneath the bubbles.
Yeah. What bubbles?
I mean, it is a bathhouse. You're gonna have to get soap in there somehow.
So, what were you boys talking about before I walked in?
Oh. Same old, same old.
Talking about how powerful Officer I must be to keep this place in the way it looks.
Yeah, he's been running this place a long time. A long time. I don't really know how he does it either.
Well,
You've never been curious.
Oh, I've been curious, but I've also seen Balthazar go off on the deep end, so no thank you.
the deep end, you say?
Oh, I've crawled my way out of hell once. I don't want to go back there a second time, so
Oh. Out of the hell.
yeah. Let's just say Avernus is not a place that you want to spring break, if you catch my drift.
Ah. No, because they come to spring break in the Shadowfell.
Hmm. I see
Those
that you
filthy
are
mongrels.
well studied in the plains of Avernus, huh?
No, just one of the many realms that I would accidentally slip into, just like this one. Wherever my lord sends me.
A planeswalker?
Per se.
Hmm. And I thought Cujo here was an interesting read.
I think we all have our own hidden qualities.
Yeah, we all have our different upbringings and what makes us stronger.
Well, I read people pretty well, so it's just a gift of gab, I guess.
It's always good to know who you're dealing with.
It's also good to know who you can mark as easy targets, you know?
Very true.
I'm not saying that you're an easy target, sweetheart.
Didn't think you were.
Mhm. What I'm trying to figure out here is the young one.
I don't think there's much to figure out.
Yeah, there
was
is.
wrongfully accused, just like the rest of us, and sent here with us.
Hmm. You see, you You strike me as that you've been places, done things, seen things, okay? You've been around a time or two. Had a few lives, lived a few of them.
Just a few.
This guy here, he's got the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing going on. Tries to hide it. It's okay. I won't tell anybody. Because I can tell you, you don't want to tell it. Well, that's beside the
Not much
point.
to tell, but
But the
I got
kid,
things under control.
the kid is interesting to me.
Why?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Are these two your bodyguard? Or are they kidnapping you?
I can assure you, they're not kidnapping me. We were all tried together.
Hmm. So then my next question is why was a blackthorn on trial in Duskholm?
Ooh.
Ooh. A what?
How do you know that's my name?
Sweetheart, the tattoo on your neck gives it away every time. They don't just put that crown of thorns on any person. And while you pop your collar and try to hide it, it's still there. You said, you see, I can read people. And part of that is being very observant. And tattoos tell a story. So either you're a blackthorn or you're property of a blackthorn.
Well, I can assure you I'm not property.
So then these are your bodyguards.
No. Again, we were tried together.
We just brought the kid along with us. Couldn't leave him behind.
Hmm. So not your bodyguards. They didn't kidnap you. And you got charged with a legitimate crime. And was found guilty. And exiled. And they didn't know or care to know who you belonged to before they branded you.
No, they did not.
So just how far removed are you from Aethiers? And the only
By
reason...
removed, do you mean how far away am I from Archibald?
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Because I guarantee you didn't have this conversation with Balthazar.
No, I did not. And I did not have this conversation with Archibald before I left.
So you're close enough that you and him talk.
He is my cousin, after all.
Oh, shit. So which nation branded you?
Duskholm?
Oh, fuck. And I'm going to go out on an assumption, since they're already at war with each other. Is that war because of you?
Well, if it is, it's because my cousin has found out that I'm not at home.
Hmm.
Because last I knew, he didn't even know I was in Duskholm.
So why were you in Duskholm?
Well, put it easily, I didn't want to be in his shadow my whole life.
Hmm.
Knowing my cousin, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but he's not a just man. Powerful, yes. Just, no.
The majority of people in this world would not be alive after saying words like that in reference to Archibald.
Well, I'm not the majority of people.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is interesting. The three of you.
It's merely just a circumstance. Three of us put together.
Hmm.
You know so much about us, but we know so very little about you.
Oh, that's by design, sweetheart. That's by design. You see, I try to find out as much about other people and give as little about myself as possible. Because while you see everything on the outside,
And with that, Ravina is standing up out of the water, completely exposing herself, and she
Ignan
is
takes
spinning.
both hands over Silas's eyes, and he's turning his head with Silas's head. He's like, "Oh God, my eyes!" Silas, don't look.
I have no shame in showing
But
my
he's
physical.
just a boy.
Oh, trust me, Ignan. That boy has probably seen way more of the female anatomy than you have.
I know. That's why I'm looking away too.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
and while you wear your scars on the outside, Sildon, my scars are on the inside. So if you want to see what makes Ravina tick, you're gonna have to get inside.
Easy there, Bob. You're gonna die there. I think I died there.
So why don't we leave the children in the pool to play, and I take you somewhere private?
That sounds good to me.
All right, boys. We'll see you later.
Don't die out there without me.
Make sure you get properly cleaned up there, Ignan.
Ignan's going to turn to Silas at this point. So it seems like you're quite important where you come from.
Well, most Blackthorns are.
It's just funny how you can just have all that power and then some nation just deems you an exile and sends you away.
Oh, trust me. If my cousin hasn't heard of it yet, Duskholm's not going to like him when he does.
Do you think he's going to come here looking for?
Well, there's always that possibility.
Would that be good or bad for us?
I mean, I guess it would depend on if I could persuade him before he kills you.
Ah. Well, if he does, so shall it be. Hopefully I do a little good and do what my lord sent me here to do before I go. That way I'm not a complete disappointment this time.
This time?
Yes. Not every time is it a success when a reaper reaps what he is supposed to. Not every time.
You are a strange fellow.
Yes. And found myself in company of some strange fellows as well.
You must be talking about Sylvan.
Yes. There's something different about him. Something from this world that I have not seen yet.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Now. I don't have that many from you, my friend. For if we're to be a team, you guys should know the truth of what I speak. You've seen me in action. You know what I'm able to do. And with these soulless roaming around, I just so happen to know that that's what I'm here to sent to stop this time. But that one being from Avernus, makes me even more cautious about the souls going missing. And I'm surprised our friend did not make 2 + 2.
Maybe he did. Maybe it's none of our business.
Yeah, to each is their own. Yes, Duncan. And Igna will turn around.
Duncan,
look
who
at him.
is only wearing his apron at this time, with a towel over his arm, hands you a drink.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Well, thank you, Duncan.
As he turns around to leave, you realize he's wearing only his apron.
I shield my eyes from the moon. It's too bright.
It's a bathhouse. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you should have
It's an
asked him to
all-gender
stay.
bathhouse. Maybe. I don't think he's a all work, no talk kind of fellow, you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe we could find somebody that can help him with that on our journeys. Or something. that
Sildon,
can
give me
heal
a
that.
dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks.
I feel like while me and you are sitting here talking, Jolly's like messaging Frank about his explicit D&D porn that he's got going on over there.
Oh no, nothing like that. I would never. If I was, I would tell you all so you could all enjoy it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I couldn't because we're on Twitch, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start an OnlyFans D&D campaign and we can all do that,
There we
you
go.
know.
There we go. We'll all have to play female succubuses.
Wow. Wow.
Or male, I mean, hey.
I mean, yeah.
You can't have a male succubus. You can have a male incubus.
In the incubi, yeah.
There you go.
So, I mean,
Goodbye.
they're different.
I mean, hey, how dare you assume that a succubus is female or male?
I will say this, Sildon, your stamina is very good.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Do you wanna give a performance roll too?
Yeah, I can do a performance.
Yeah, do a performance. Why not?
Why not?
Just add to the. Oh, it was right there. Did you see that? It was right there.
It was right there.
Here. Hey, Sildon,
Yeah.
you're a top. How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
There you go. Anyway, that's about as deep as that's gonna go. Oh shit.
Aw.
Aww. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. It's okay.
That almost reminds me of that one time that we Damien had Shaquifa in the Velvet Veil.
I don't know. I wasn't there for that.
Oh
So
man, that's still one of my most popular clips on Twitch. Anyway,
How did he do that? The little moon.
Oh man. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. As the time progresses, Ignan and Silas in the bathhouse, you realize that minutes have turned to hours, and you have consumed these drinks, and you're feeling really good. And for whatever reason, the drink never seems to end. Like the cup is never ending.
It's a bottomless glass of drinks. I love it.
Sounds like a trap.
Ah, it's only a trap because we get to keep drinking.
As the night progresses, I need you two to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The
Something I'm not
negotiator.
good at. I'm letting it happen.
That's an ability check. How do I do saving throw? There it is. Yes!
Yes, it is happening.
I could not have asked
For a better roll.
for a more perfect scenario.
I mean, Tim, we could lucky it, and or we could just let it keep going.
You can only lucky if it's
Only
not.
anything except
for a net. That's
a nat
right.
one.
I forgot that. 'Cause
So,
we can't take those away from you.
Nope.
Ignan and Silas, as you have enjoyed your bottomless glass of drinks in the warm waters of the bathhouse, you both slip into a comfortable, peaceful sleep in the bathhouse.
Am we
Nice.
drowned? I don't know. Sleeping in a bathhouse seems kind
The
of weird.
forever long sleep.
No.
Only because Jolly said before we started that he wasn't planning on killing.
He don't. He never plans on it.
I never plan on it.
It just happens.
It just
Until he needs
happens.
to.
Sometimes it just happens.
Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Frank's already been drug off screen. Now I'm asleep in a bathhouse.
That's the Ignan.
Yeah, pretty face boy.
Live in the corner of bumfuck Egypt and you got a pretty mouth.
Where is it? Where is it? Where are you?
I'm over here.
No.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, I can't find it. Well, damn.
Oh no.
I lost my map.
Oh
no.
no. What map?
The bedroom map.
Oh no.
Where did it go? Let me see if I can find one real quick. I guess it didn't save. That sucks. Do, 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 do.
Don't waste your time
On
on me. I'm
already
already
the voice
the voice
inside
inside
my head.
my head.
Oh, this'll work. Screw it. I'm just gonna steal this one. Oh,
Is it the Velvet Bell? Is it?
no, not the veil.
Oh, oh.
Okay. Do 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 do. Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to help a friend.
I appreciate it. All right, let's see. Not NPCs. I need players. There we go. All right. Here you go. This is, we're going to say, post coitus. Okie dokie.
Yep. Whatever keeps you alive on Twitch.
Yeah. Mm.
Well, that was exciting.
It was definitely a hell of a time. What's wrong?
Oh, I'm just basking in the glow. I've always wanted to be with a werewolf.
No, I'm no werewolf.
I don't care. Dog man, whatever.
Ain't got nothing to do with dogs.
So what's the gimmick then?
Tiger.
A tiger. Huh. You know, there's something strangely more exciting about that then. It's the pheromone, whatever it is. I can smell it all over you.
Well, guess you have quite the smell yourself.
Well, I'm a demon from Avernus, so...
I figured as much when I could smell the burning.
Yeah. Easy enough to hide amongst the tieflings of the plain, but...
So why hide amongst the people here then?
Just tired of all the war and ruin and blood, and I had to get away from it all. Can you imagine a demon who only wants to make art?
No different from a werewolf only wanting peace.
I suppose.
There's all kinds in the world. Nobody should be subjected to what they should or shouldn't be just because of who they are.
Yeah. I should also warn you, Duncan is going to absolutely hate you from now on. Yeah, he's very protective of me.
Is he old friend of yours?
He fished me out of the river when I came flying out of a portal from Avernus. Let's just say hellfire, it sucks. I was absolutely naked, burning from Avernus, and I come flying through the portal and landed in the river, trying to douse the hellfire off of me to no avail. And there he was. And he put the fire out. Some sort of mixture of oils and whatever he was making for breakfast. Smell of garlic. I remember that. And he never said a word. And I thought at any moment, this man is just going to pick up a weapon and strike me down. And he never did. He covered me up and he bandaged all of my burns.
Then I guess I've got twice the reason to be thankful to having Duncan around here then.
Well, he's also part of the reason why we're out here. He was trying to find a place for me to hide out. So we came into the Badlands. He was never meant to stay. I always told him to go home, go away, go somewhere else. I've been mean to him and downright vulgar, and I've tried to make him leave by all sorts of means. And he never does. I'm sorry, this is just really weird pillow talk all of a sudden. Duncan's a nice guy and everything, and he watches out for all of us, and he cooks amazing food. But I have no interest in him, and he has no interest in me. So don't think that it's some sort of jealousy or anything like that. He's just... he doesn't want to see me get hurt, you know? Like a weird father thing.
That's definitely what it sounds like to me. Did you know him before while he could still talk, or?
I've never heard him talk. He's been mute ever since I've known him. He's only ever communicated with hand signals and grunts. I don't even know if he knows how to read or write.
Maybe you should show him sometime.
Maybe. All I know is that he definitely enjoys my music.
No, says probably everybody around here enjoys your music.
Everyone except Balthazar.
That's a wizard for you.
He says that I dress too provocatively for the classic arts. I said you gotta show a little skin to get any tips around here. Anyway, I had a really good night with you.
I had a good time as well. And maybe if I come back from this mission, we should spend a many more nights together.
Just don't get too attached because I'm not monogamous.
With life out here, it'd be kind of strange if people were.
Yeah. I've got to make a living somehow, and playing music doesn't always put food on the table, you know?
No, I get that.
Besides, the stable girl, she's quite the competition. Because underneath those rags she wears, she's got a goddamn banger of a body. And that sweet southern twang of hers makes her so innocent.
Yeah, but she ain't got your fiery personality.
Hmm. Well, when I say I can suck the soul out of somebody, I actually mean it, so. Anyway. It's getting late. You're free to stay the night if you want to.
I think I'll take you up on that offer then.
Hmm. All right then.
And as night settles over the Badlands and over the Guild Hall, the uncertainty of adventures ahead, our three companions rest easy tonight in the safety and security of a new guild hall amongst people who they would consider friends now. There are mysteries to be untangled here. Who controls the skeletons in the mountains? What are the soulless and where are they coming from? The Rangers are the only outside force helping anybody in the Badlands. And the guild is trying to recruit and build a fighting force inside the Badlands. And the three of you have just stepped into that organization, for better or worse. And that is where we will pick it up next week. In the meantime, I am Fat Jolly Guy, and this has been Exiles of Duskholm, Episode 2. And we will see you next Thursday